Hey, you guys. So, by the calendar, it's September 18th and 2019. And I want to talk, I'm going to talk with you for a minute or two about time. So I know time is really important to you, but maybe if you take a few minutes and hear me out, we'll have a new idea about time. And the possibility that time is is a bit of an illusion. It's kind of like time is the construct that we've bought into, and we've built a whole lot of things around it. Now, it's interesting because today, by the regular time clock, is my birthday, and so what do? Well, we just celebrate time. We're like, time, man, time is so important. We celebrate it and we make it so important, and it really isn't. It actually, the celebrations, the rituals that we have around time take us out of the moment, this moment. If the truth is, if the absolute truth is that the access to all creativity, all power, all full potential is in the moment, this moment, then when we're acknowledging time, when we're talking about years on the planet, or we're talking about time-related things, we're not in the moment, and we're not close to that source of power. I just came from a friend's house a few minutes ago. Chris and I were talking about time, and he's been with a teacher for a number of years. Time. He's been with a teacher, and this teacher really, really, really is focused on what does it feel like to be in the flow. And now, lots of things bring us into the flow, and things take us out. Now, what takes us out? Complaint takes us out of the flow. When we're complaining, when you complain, when I complain, I'm saying I know better than the moment. I know better than life. I know better than infinite intelligence. I know better than the now. I know better than God, if you will. And things should be this way, or things should be that way. And we've bought into it in a big, big way, this time thing. And our ego tells us that we know what's best for us. And so he's been with this teacher for the last couple of years, who's an amazing guy. Dr. B, I think's his name. So Dr. B is really teaching his students to be here now. And when they're in this moment, and they're in the flow, magic happens. So when we set the intention for something in our lives, without a strong hold to it, but just the intention for something in our lives, and it's hard to even say whether the intention is ours or whether it comes from the flow, what we call the flow. So birthdays, anyway, are a construct. They're a ritual that keeps us in the time, linear time model. And I've been listening to Joe Dispenza a lot lately. I call him Joe Dementia. Anyway, Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe, is saying linear time is bullshit. And it's hard for us to imagine that, and it's not going to come overnight. And if your life is working, like if you're totally in bliss, who gives a shit, whether there's time or not time. But if there's things that are missing, if you feel dissatisfied, if you feel restless and irritable, it's because we're not connected with the moment. And there are so many things that take us out of the moment. And mostly it starts with I want. I want takes us out of the moment. I want, a better car. I want is actually a complaint. I want takes us out of the moment because it's a complaint. It's saying I'm not grateful for what I have. And that's why, so many of us talk so often about gratitude, because gratitude is really brings us into the moment. I am so grateful. Look at this. My gosh, I'm sitting on the back deck in this beautiful home that just materialized. Literally, this home, I had no idea. I was living in a little shack, if you will. It was a beautiful little shack, but my cottage in Linwood, I called it, and it just wasn't doing it. It was kind of dark and moldy, and I don't know how that happened, but there's where I was, and thank God, it was a beautiful place for me to be for a while, and then this beautiful home materialized, and now we have this beautiful house up in where am I?
Signal Hill.
Signal Hill in Calgary, and I love it. And and that's the thing. If we love each moment, if we're grateful for each moment, every moment is our birth moment. Every moment is a reawakening moment. And even though it's fun to play in the I call it like the holodeck, the matrix, if you will, of life, and I'm having fun today because it's my birthday, and I'm saying, okay, great, we've made this big thing on social media about it, and lots and lots of people have sent me these birthday wishes. Many of them I don't even friggin' know, and that's fine. I love them anyway. But it isn't. We have to remember that time, linear time, really doesn't exist if we're here and now. If I recommend Joe Dispenza. He's got some beautiful information on how to go inside, how to access that power, how to feel this moment, how to move into bliss, and from that blissful state, how to create life, how to be part of the creation of life, and set the intention for this or that, and many of us, and you guys know, I've been doing a lot of videos. I interview people. I love doing it. To me, it's my bliss. It's something I really, really enjoy doing. And if you have somebody you think I should interview, tell me. I want to do it, and I love doing it. It's fun. And most of those people that I'm interviewing, if not all of them, have a vision of how they can serve the planet. And unselfishly, how they can give. They're many of them have great ideas, and the trick, of course, is to set that intention and be present, be in the moment, stay connected. Meditate. One of the ways to stay connected to this moment is through meditation. I like this Mind Valley guy. What's his name? Vishnu, or I've watched some of his stuff, and he's amazing because he says he gets up in the morning and he meditates for 2 hours. Can you imagine if that was the most important thing you could do, was to have that connection, that meditation connection every morning for 2 hours? And we hear it all our lives. I've heard it all my life, for at least the last 25 years, how important it is for me to connect through meditation. And I've resisted, because I thought I knew better. I thought my plan would work. It was ego. I'm such a unbelievably big ego guy when it comes to those things, and it's only through some real defeat that I've come to this place of recognizing that I don't know better. I'm not a fabulous businessman. I'm not a necessarily a visionary leader. I'm just this guy who wants to make a difference on the planet, and I've recognized that if I tap in each moment to the source of my power that I'm surrounded by. Just look at this beautiful place I am. It's gorgeous. Surrounded, everywhere we are, we're surrounded by the essence of the power that we can be part of. And I tap into that, allow that to move through me, and then I believe I can serve more. And that's my intent, to serve millions, actually, to make a difference in the lives of millions through this message. Because all my reading, 25 years of searching, there isn't another message, you guys. It isn't about how hard you work. It isn't about many of the things we thought it is. It's about being present. And if you want to know more about what that's about, we do a little meditation class on Tuesday or Monday night. I'm available to talk to you from my perspective on being present. I'm planning to do Tuesday night what I call a deep dive. And part of the deep dive will be about being present, but it'll also be about exposing the beliefs that keep us from being in the moment, that keep us from being present, you know, and that won't be comfortable. You know, some of us aren't going to like that because we're so attached to our ideas of right and wrong and good and bad, and we can be very judgmental of ourselves and others, and so you know, if you want to do a Tuesday night thing, let me know. It's going to be small and hand picked. You know, it's not for debate. I'm not interested in being with a bunch of people that don't want to do the work. But if you want to do it, baby, I'm up for it. And so that's kind of it. Meditations on Monday nights. Come in and sit with us. You know, get in the practice of meditating. You know, get in the feel of why we should be meditating, and what it means to live in the moment, to be present. And it's something. We're looking for awakening. I call this Project Awakening. And you know, the awakening is being present. It's about being here now. We awaken in the moment, and it more and more of us are doing it. It's happening all around us, and so it can happen for you. And you may find that things change. The things you thought were really valuable and really important may not be anymore. And that's okay. That's okay. So anyway, love you guys. And you know, if you have a birthday coming up, I'm not saying don't celebrate your birthday. I'm just saying recognize that it's a ritual that celebrates time. And time, as we know it, does not exist. It's an illusion. And we are even programmed to when we should die, and so we're stuck in that program of what's right and what's wrong and what's good and what's bad, and it leaves us in a judgmenting state, an unhappy state, a thinking something's missing state, a wanting something state. So we'd like to be in a gratitude state. If we'd like to be in a blissful state, we need to learn to be here now. Be present. Okay, that's my birthday message for you guys. Love you, love you, love you. So I'd also love it if you went on to YouTube. You know, we're doing this on YouTube. It would be great if you subscribe to us on YouTube and share this. Ask questions if you have any questions. You know, talk about it. Beautiful day, isn't it? So love you lots. Cheers. Thanks so much. Bye.